Edxie Betts.
A lot of what I have to say I wrote down because I'm not as distinct as everyone. So hi, I'm Edxie Betts. My gender and political pronouns are they, them, their. For folks unfamiliar with this assertion, it is not grammatically incorrect. I am actually more than one singular socially constructed intersecting identity. So you're going to acknowledge me as such. This is a demand for recognition, not from you, my community, and not of the government and its state apparatus. My particular gender is not and has not, will not be recognized under colonization. What colonization has done to two-spirit, trans, gender non-conforming, intersex, and even queer folks is erase us from its pages of history, as well as from our own ancestral cultural understandings and the necessary positions pre-colonization or pre-white wealthy man government. What colonialism and its pre-logics have done are a widespread demonstration of most of all of the things that we as people of color once held as sacred, as revered, or just as a necessary component to the communities before colonial contact. So I want to highlight what it means for this government and those who collude with its pre-logic to continuously erase a particular social category and their struggle of people that has historically always existed. So, you know, this shit ain't new. I'm not new. We didn't just get here as queer trans people. And not all people who struggle are, marginalized in the same way. There's race, there's class that is involved in that. And how I think we can unify under cultural and political differences are to acknowledge our common enemies. Who are the root causes of our enemies? The state and the government. So for Black folks, it is the state that is our common enemy because of slavery. For Indigenous folks, it is the state and the government that is our common enemy because of genocide and erasure. And for queer and trans people as well, it is also, that is our common enemy because it is a force and an apparatus that continuously erases our gender autonomy and our self-determination. So the last part I have that I've written is just to respond to some of the things that I'm doing. We're organizing against police terrorism and strike against police terror. I also am connected with a very widespread network of queer and trans folks who organize within prisons, folks who do work and have connections to prison, who have been incarcerated because of not being able to opt into the economy that disallows people like myself from actually working because we represent a kind of deviancy. So yeah, this last part, the state is currently doing all it can to recognize queer and trans people. This is a co-optation because we are inherently against the state and control of our genders and our self-determination. So this coercive assimilation into oppressive, money-making institutions like the military or marriage, recognized by the state, is to use us as bodies to justify, legitimize, and strengthen state power. So my question to queer trans folks who might be in the room is often, what is the point of inclusion and the demand for equality when the colonial power stays the same? And then my question to other comrades who aren't actually queer and trans identifying are the norms and the genders and the roles that white and colonization and the state have taught you more important than our collective liberation as a whole? So that's the question.